back and ready to go. Here's the sprint. The University of Utah wins the sprint. They'll have the first possession of this game.
Lots of drills. You can set up multiple cages, add cages, as many as you need for the drills, for how many kids are there.
Doesn't matter how hard you throw the ball at it.
There's a shot, lob shot, goes over the cage. No goal, it'll go over two.
Whether in the pool or in the ocean, take the Cap 7 inflatable goal wherever you go.
Air Force Academy. Apologize, folks. Now I have an updated scoreboard. Here we go. Here comes the shot. Hits the post. No goal. University of Utah ball. We've got drops coming into center. Trying to step it in, gets cut off by the defense. Dishes it back up to the top. 5 seconds left on the shot clock. Shot goes over the cage. It'll go back to the University of Denver. Excuse me, I apologize, folks. This is the Air Force Academy. I'm looking at the wrong game. University of Utah plays Denver tomorrow at 11 a.m. "30-second timeout called by Air Force. Giving them just enough time to set up in the 6-on-5 here. Number 2 will spend 20 seconds in the penalty box. Offsides called. Looks like she was inside the 2-meter when she passed it outside the 2-meter, which will result in a turnover. University of Utah ball. Looks like Air Force is doing the same thing we saw last game. A drop coming from the top to try to shut down the center player. If you guys didn't hear that last game, the center player is probably the most valuable player in water polo. You want your best player right in front of the cage, ready to shrug their defense off and put it into the goal. They're about 3 to 4 meters away from the cage, so it's the closest you can get to scoring, and there's a person right in that position that you want to pass it to. But when the defense from the top, who are guarding people on the perimeter, come down to help this center back, that's called a drop. And a drop is used to shut down that center player. Air Force recognizes that University of Utah's center player is strong in there, so they want to shut her down to try to get the least amount of goals in for her. There's a goal, our first one of the game, made by Air Force. Three minutes, 47 seconds left to play in the quarter. Air Force on the attack. Very even team so far. Evenly matched offensively and defensively. Ball gets thrown into center. Goalie pops out for a nice steal. And that ball will go back to the University of Utah. Ordinary foul called on the outside. She fires, hits the top post, falls right into the arms of an Air Force player, and they're off on attack. Ball comes into center for the Air Force. She has about 1 more second to do something with it. She backhands right into the goalie's hands. Here's a good steal by Air Force Academy, capitalizing on the mistakes of the U players. A University of Utah player was holding while she was trying to make forward momentum. Wanted the ball back because she was wide open, but didn't get it. That pass was going to go over her head and shut down that play. Here we are, 6-on-5 for Air Force Academy. 4 down low, 2 up top. There's a shot, knocked down by the goalie from University of Utah. One minute, 18 seconds left to play in this quarter. Our score is still 1-0. This is going to be a low-scoring, close game. Both teams solid in what they do. Nice attempt on the shot by number 7 from the University of Utah. Almost looked like it was going to deflect off of the goalie and back into the cage. But it did not. It'll be Air Force ball. Here comes a driver. She's at 5-meter line. She fires. Sails over the cage. University of Utah fires, gets shot blocked. Number 12 gets an exclusion for pulling back on the offense. University of Utah now at a 6-on-5 opportunity, but the clock is winding down to 0, and there it goes. They had to force that one. That does it for the first quarter of gameplay between the University of Utah in the dark caps and Air Force Academy in the white cap. Score is 1-0. We'll be right back after a word from our sponsors. Stay tuned. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You're tuned in to the CWPA Network. We're watching the Rocky Mountain Division Regional Tournament hosted by the University of Utah. Right now, University of Utah is taking on the University of Denver. Our score is a low score with a score of 1-0. Air Force on top. Could be anybody's game so far. Looks like the trailer came in clutch and won that sprint. Nobody's looking at the ball. University of Utah just barely able to recover that. Nice dry passes along the perimeter. Try-ish. 5 seconds on the shot clock. She fires. It goes over the cage. And that ball will go back to Air Force Academy. Five seconds left on the shot clock. They need to do something with it now. They do, but it sails wide left. Ball's going to go back to the University of Utah. Air Force running a drop. She's going to try to draw out the drop, but she shoots it. Gets knocked down by a shot block, and it'll go back to Air Force Academy. Nice steal there by the University of Utah. They will now be on the attack. Four minutes, 40 seconds left to go in this quarter. That ball goes way over the cage. And the ball will go back to Air Force. We are currently, a nice goal there by number 9 from Air Force, making the score 2-0. Air Force on top. We are now taking applications for the Space Force water polo team. Please send those in to the U.S. government. I'm just joking, folks. You never know, though. There's a nice block by Air Force Academy's goalie. That ball hits the post, doesn't find the back of the net, and that's going to be an ordinary foul called for University of Utah. There's a shot and a goal made by number 10 from the University of Utah. That's their first of the game here in the second quarter with 3:08 left on the clock. We are a one-goal game, folks. This could come down to the last play of the game. That's an exclusion called against the University of Utah. Air Force Academy will be a woman up for 20 seconds, 2 minutes, 50 seconds left to go in the quarter. They have time, 26 on the shot clock. Nice dry passes along the perimeter. That's what you want to see. You want to move the defense, make them work for it, and try to find that open spot to fire the ball in. There's a shot knocked away by the University of Utah goalie. That's going to be turned back over to University of Utah, and they will be on the attack. 2 minutes 20 seconds on the clock in this quarter. This is going to be a quick game. Always when there's a low-scoring game, these games go by quickly. We stop the clock whenever there's a goal, a foul, or an exclusion. There's a lot of stops in this game on the clock. And usually when there's a high-scoring game, the games tend to go longer because the clock has been stopped. We need to wait for the teams to set up after a goal every time. So you can imagine this one's going to go by quickly. 1 minute, 28 seconds on the clock. University of Utah drawing the exclusion. Air Force getting called for holding on the drive. They're pulling back. Either way, it's impeding the forward momentum, and it's a hard foul. There's a nice finish by number 10 from the University of Utah, tying things back up 2-2 with 1 minute, 9 seconds left to go in the second quarter. Offensive foul called for throwing the head. In water polo, you need to shrug your defense off. When you throw your head like she just did, it could get dangerous, and that's why she got called on it. There's a shot, finds the back of the net. That's number 14 from the University of Utah, pulling ahead here from the Air Force. Great placement on the shot, getting a bar in. Our score is now 3-2 with 37 seconds on the clock for this quarter. We'll see if Air Force can answer before the half. Drawing the foul outside 5, she fires and is able to muscle it in. Air Force able to answer before the half, tying things back up. 15 seconds left to go in the quarter. Ten seconds on the clock. They need to do something with it now. She draws the foul, picks it up, fakes it so she can't shoot it. Gets it over to 11. 11 fires, and it gets knocked down by a shot block in the middle. That does it for the first half of gameplay here between University of Utah and Air Force Academy. We're going to take a commercial break during the half, but stay tuned because we will be right back after this. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. You're watching the University of Utah take on the Air Force. The entire Air Force. No, I'm just kidding. It's the Air Force Academy in Colorado. We're watching the Rocky Mountain Division Regional Tournament hosted by the University of Utah. Right now, the score is tied at 3-3. Ooh, nice dish out there. Another good dish out. There's a shot. Gets knocked down by the goalie from Air Force. Air Force looking like they want to cherry pick on this play. They do. One on nobody. There's a shot and a goal. Air Force Academy. Ordinary foul called on the outside there. Uh-oh, that ball almost gets picked up by Air Force. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. They need to do something with it soon. She fires, it falls short, and it'll go back to Air Force Academy. Ball comes into center for Air Force. It gets pushed under, and that'll be a ball under. If you're unfamiliar with water polo, if the ball gets pushed under by your defense, it's a turnover. It is not allowed to push the ball under with a defender right on top of you. There's a nice step-out shot with two defenders right on top of her. That's number 10. From the University of Utah. 4-4 is our score with 5 minutes and 8 seconds left to go in the third quarter. This is our last game of the night and of the weekend. There are games tomorrow being played here at Kearns, but we will not be broadcasting them because they are exhibition games. Nice turn there and a shot. Hits the post, doesn't connect with the back of the net. And the ball will go back to the University of Utah. Ball's at the wing at the near side of your screen. Good positioning here. But help comes back. Nice defense there by Air Force Academy. There comes a drive. They try to get it into the drive, but there's two defense right there. Ooh, but the ref rewards them with a 6-on-5 opportunity here. Number 11 on white will spend 20 seconds in the penalty box, giving the University of Utah a man-up opportunity for 20 seconds. Offsides called, 2-meter line. She was inside the 2-meter line when the ball came in, and that is offsides in water polo. The 2-meter line is that red cone you can see on the far side of your screen. That yellow cone is the 5-meter line, and the white cone is half tank. Ball comes over to the wing. Nice front there in center from number 10 on the University of Utah. Drive comes in with great positioning. She fumbles around with it, doesn't shoot it in one motion, and that's going to be a turnover. If you are fouled outside the 5, you can shoot it, but only in one motion and no fakes. And you cannot hesitate because that is considered a fake. If you're inside the 5-meter line, you cannot shoot it at all. You have a free pass. Ball comes into center for the Utes. She fires, but it sails over the cage. Air Force Academy struggling to get the ball down due to the Utah hard press. Ball gets pushed under. Looks like that's an exclusion on number 7 from the University of Utah. Excuse me. Yes, it is on University of Utah. The Air Force Academy will get a man-up opportunity for 20 seconds. Excuse me, a woman-up opportunity for 20 seconds. There's a shot. Great stop by the goalie from the University of Utah. That is a tricky shot to block, but she does it. 2 minutes, 5 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Our score is still tied 4-4. We may see this one go into overtime. It could come down to just one mistake, though, from one of these players. There's the shot, sails over the cage. Another exclusion here for number 7 on the University of Utah. Looks like she's holding or pulling back on the counterattack. Great job by the refs recognizing that and keeping these players safe. So we're going to run into a 6-on-5 opportunity now for the Air Force Academy with 1 minute and 48 seconds left to go in the quarter. We'll see what they come up with. There's a shot and a goal. Nice placement there by number 7 from Air Force Academy. Air Force Academy pulling ahead just by 1 with 1 minute 34 seconds left to go in the quarter. Still a very close game. Now the Utes have a that ball's picked up by Air Force Academy's number 9. Looking for the outside turn. She gets it. It's wide open. Fires, and it's knocked away by the goalie from University of Utah. It'll be a 2-meter throw-in. Now, if you're not familiar with water polo, when the goalie knocks the ball out of bounds on a shot like that, the people who shot the ball will retain possession because the goalie did hit it out of bounds. Now, if it's a field player that knocks it out of bounds, it is not the offense ball after that. It'll go to the defense. It's kind of confusing, yeah, but once you keep playing it and you just keep getting reminded of that rule, basically, you'll eventually pick it up. 45 seconds left to go in the quarter. There's a shot right into the arms of the goalie from Air Force Academy. Ordinary foul called for the University of Utah for pulling. .20 seconds. She draws the ordinary foul. Gets it up top. Has time. Number 11 has the ball. Dishes it over to 14. 14 fires, and it's knocked down by a shot block from the center defender. And that does it for the third quarter. Our score going into the fourth is 5-4, Air Force on top. We're going to take another commercial break, but don't you worry, we'll be right back after this.
Hi, I'm Wolf Weiger with Cap 7. There's one more quarter to go in this game. Fourth quarter coming up now.
Welcome back. You're tuned in to the CWPA Network's live broadcast of the Rocky Mountain Division Regional Tournament hosted by the University of Utah. Right now, Utah is in the pool taking on Air Force Academy. Air Force on top just by 1 point. This is the last quarter of the game, so it's going to come down to this. Either team could take this win home. Ball comes into center. Good opportunity. She has time. Flicks it right over her head, and that goes right into the arms of the goalie from Air Force. Offensive foul called on Air Force. It'll go back to the University of Utah. Ooh, trying for the low left corner skip shot goal. No luck on that. Falls right into the arms of the goalie, and it'll be Air Force on the attack. Here on the fast break, she's got a little separation from her defense. Hits the post, doesn't find the back of the net. There's another one. Oh, almost goes in. On the deflection off the post. Good job by the goalie from University of Utah, recognizing where that ball was quickly and able to stop it from rolling right into the back of the net. They shift the ball to the far side. Would have been a good play if they were able to make that catch. It's a good idea to catch the goalie off of her center to try to throw her off. If you can get a quick pass to the other side, make the goalie struggle to shift over and shoot it in before the goalie gets over to that side, it's a good play. Ball pushed under. It'll be a ball under. University of Utah with it now. 3-on-3. We'll see what they can come up with. Into center. She gets the step out and finds the back of the net. Tying things up, number 10 from the University of Utah, making the score 5-5. 4 minutes, 47 seconds left to go in the game. We are all tied up. Air Force Academy, number 7, looking for the outside turn. Doesn't find it. Step out. Leads into a kick-out shot and a nice save by the goalie from University of Utah. Exclusion called on number 13, Dark, from the University of Utah. She'll spend 20 seconds in the penalty box. Giving this man up opportunity to the Air Force. Nice fakes and a nice finish there by number 7 from Air Force Academy. 4 minutes left on the clock here in the fourth quarter. We'll see what they can come up with. Got a drop coming from the Air Force Academy. They're trying to force the shot from the outside. They recognize that number 10 is strong in center, so they're going to try to shut her down. Here comes the shot, deflected out by number 9 from Air Force Academy. And like I said, if it's deflected out by a field or pool player, I don't know how to explain that, by a field player, then it just goes to the other team. There's a shot, a nice block there by the University of Utah's goalie. Quick reactions to stop that one. Plays like those could win games. Timeout called by the University of Utah. Our score is 6-5 with 3 minutes and 19 seconds left to go in the game. Utah calls a timeout. We'll see what they come up with right after a word from our sponsors. Welcome back. We're coming out of the timeout called by the University of Utah. They are trailing by 1 with 3 minutes and 11 seconds left to go in the game. We'll see what they come up with. Looks like they want to draw the foul and shoot it from outside, and they do, and find the back of the net. University of Utah answering, tying things back up with 3 minutes and 5 seconds left to go in the game. Our score is 6-6. Apologize, folks. I'll update the quarter for you on your screens. There you go. This game is up in the air. Either team could take this win home. Great effort there by number 2 from the University of Utah. Getting the steal, keeping it away from Air Force. I imagine they're going to try the same thing again. They've got number 10 right there on the 5-meter line. They're going to want to try to draw the foul and put it in for a goal again. There is a no goal. Goalie was able to keep that one out. It looked like it went in from my angle, but the ref is the sea captain. What he says what he says goes. Here's a 6-on-5 opportunity for Air Force. This is exactly what they want. They hit the post, no goal. 1 minute, 52 seconds left to go. Our score is still tied. That is a huge missed opportunity for Air Force Academy. Shot clock winds down to 0. Air Force Academy now with the ball. Ooh, nice steal by the University of Utah. 1 minute left to play. They now have the ball. They could put it, if they put it away and shut out the other team, they're going to go home with this win. .13 seconds on the clock. There's the shot, knocked down by the goalie from Air Force. Now Air Force has one more opportunity to put this away and take the win home. It all comes down to this. One play in a game like this, one mistake, and your team loses. She's trying to draw the foul, draws it. She's inside 5, so she can't shoot it. Looking for another player. Trying to draw it again. She draws it. Picks it up, puts it into the middle. Can she get the shot off? Gets it into center. No. And that does it for the fourth. Ref puts 3 seconds up on the board. The clock was not stopped at the right time, so they will add 3 more seconds. See if University of Utah can muscle this in. I've seen this many times before, so it could happen. But most likely we will be going into overtime. That does it for the fourth quarter. We are tied 6-6. We will be going into overtime. I will announce the rules of overtime momentarily. Stay tuned. We're going to take a commercial break, but we will be back. So welcome back. We're watching high action water polo between two very good teams in the Rocky Mountain Division, Air Force Academy and the University of Utah. One interesting University of Utah fact is that the men this last men's season, went all the way to the finals in nationals for the first time in their entire history. So Utah is coming up with some great water polo players. Definitely a team to look out for. Air Force looking really strong this game so far. Doing well with strategy, placement, shot placement, and their goalie is on top of things in the cage. So a very militarized style team, obviously. They're very organized, aggressive, they work hard, and it shows. Here we go. University of Utah wins the sprint. Trying to get the ball into number 10, their star center, but it's going to be picked up by Air Force Academy. Good positioning here for Air Force Academy. If she can get the ball in the middle, she does. She's trying to shrug her defense off. Help comes back, and that's going to be an ordinary foul for number 6 from Air Force. Two seconds left on the shot clock. She's going to dump the ball wisely into the corner to shut down the fast break. Air Force Academy working the drop. She's going to fake the ball inside, gets up and fires, but it's knocked down by the solid goalie from Air Force Academy. There's a shot, gets knocked down by the University of Utah goalie. They had to shoot it or dump it in the last 5 seconds of the shot clock. 1 minute, 11 seconds left to go in this overtime half. There's a shot, gets tipped almost in by a shot block. Sails wide right. It'll go back to Air Force Academy. Air Force Academy, nice block there by University of Utah's goalie. 20 seconds on the clock for the first half of overtime. University of Utah has one opportunity to put this one in. There's a shot, and it's shot blocked by number 11 from the Air Force Academy. She looked pumped about that one. Our score is still tied 6-6 going into the second half of overtime. Stay tuned because we will be right back after a word from our sponsors. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You're tuned in to the CWPA Network. We are watching the second overtime in this game between University of Utah and Air Force Academy. One more 3-minute overtime quarter. After this, we will go into a golden goal. If no one scores, that is to say. University of Utah wins the sprint yet again. They'll get the first possession of this overtime quarter, or sixth. She picks it up, fires, gets knocked down by the goalie from Air Force Academy. Nice stop there by the goalie from University of Utah. University of Utah now in the attack. Good opportunity for them. There's the shot, sails over the cage. Ball will go back to Air Force Academy. 1 minute, 26 seconds left to play in this overtime half. Looking for a girl in the middle. Here comes a drive. 2 drives. Ball comes into middle. Goalie pops out and gets the steal. Nice heads-up play there by University of Utah. They call a timeout. Full timeout called by the University of Utah. The Alumni Initiative is the most important new program ever established by the CWPA. We are asking graduating seniors to get involved after their collegiate seasons. After their collegiate seasons are over in one of 4 ways: become a referee, become a mentor, become a coach, or become a financial supporter by giving back at least $25 per year. By engaging our alumni after graduation, we can add programs and make playing more fun and reduce costs. If you or someone you know is interested, contact the CWPA office at 610-2-SPORTS or send an email to office@collegiatewaterpolo.org. Here we go, coming out of the timeout. We'll see what the University of Utah came up with. I imagine they're going to try the same play over again. Give it to number 10. Let her foul and shoot from the 5-meter line. so far. It looks like they just want to waste some time on the shot clock. Here it is. There's the shot and a goal! Number 10 from the University of Utah, able to put that one into the back of the net. Here we go, a chance for Air Force Academy. Only one chance to tie things back up and go into a golden goal. Nice outside turn there by number 7. She fires, hits the top post. Doesn't go in, but they are able to recover it. There's an ordinary foul. Is she going to pick it up and shoot it? No, she is not. She's going to go for it. 15 seconds left. Here it is. Set pass. Goalie. Oh, and that's a 5-meter penalty shot because it's pushed under by the goalie. The University of Utah goalie, it was a good step out to get the steal, but she pushed it right under. Can she block it? Number 7's going to take the shot for Air Force Academy. There it is, bar in goal from number 7. Air Force Academy tying things back up with 5 seconds left to go in double overtime. Looks like we're going to be running into a golden goal, triple overtime. Looks like they're going to give it to number 10 to shoot it from half tank. Nope, she's going to hold it. She draws the ordinary foul. Fumbles around with it. It wasn't one motion. She fouled outside the 5 and dribbled it in the water for a second before she shot it, and that's not going to even count. So we are going to go into a golden goal. We're going to take another commercial break while we set up for that, but stay tuned because we will be right back with the end of this game. Here we go, 7-7 is our score going into the second overtime. This is golden goal. First one to score wins the game. Very, very close game we've seen so far since 5:30 today. This is a long water polo game. Here we go. Utah wins the sprint again. They'll have the first possession of this golden goal overtime. Very high stakes here. We should see a lot more intensity in the pool, a lot more white water, which is what we do see. So we're going to go until someone scores. We got 59 minutes on the clock. .11 seconds on the shot clock for Air Force. Here's a nice drive opportunity. Can she finish it? No, she can't. It gets knocked down by the goalie from University of Utah. Here's the University of Utah's chance to put the ball in for a goal. They get it to their star player, number 10, who's trying to draw a foul. She does. Picks it right up. Number 6 is going to get excluded because she leaned forward on the free pass. Six-on-5 opportunity here for Utah, and that pass was just picked up by number 7 from Air Force when the University of Utah player did not make eye contact. Plays like that could lose you a game. Here comes the goalie out for a steal. Nice job by this goalie from University of Utah. "15 seconds on the shot clock." University of Utah taking a lot of time to get down and set up. There's the shot, lobs over the head, knocked away by the goalie. Picked back up by the goalie. Timeout called by Air Force Academy. "30-second timeout, just enough time for them to set up." What a close game this has been so far. We are a low-scoring game at 7-7, yet we played for almost an hour and a half. These girls must be getting tired about now. They got to keep pushing it to try to take this win home. Exclusion called against the University of Utah. Air Force Academy will now be a woman up for 20 seconds. This could be it, folks. There's the shot. It tipped away by the goalie, and it's still out of the back of the net. And our game is still going. University of Utah with the ball. Ball's up top with number 13. Gets it over the far side. There's a shot knocked down by Air Force's number 1. Offensive foul called against Air Force Academy. It'll go back to University of Utah. Wide open. She's got time. She can't get the pass, though. There it is. Got control over the ball, and the defense is right in front of her. Ball goes over to the number 2 on Utah. Over to number 10, who's looking for the foul and shoot. She shrugs her defense off, tipped away by the goalie, and that's going to be a 2-meter throw-in for the University of Utah. We have now played 4 minutes of golden goal overtime. It'll keep running until someone scores. Right now it's going to go down to the team who is most conditioned. Draws the foul. Looking like she wants to shoot it. Picks it up. Fires and finds the back of the net. Utah wins. That's number 2 putting it away for Utah. The home team taking home the win in the final game with a final score of 8-7. And almost 5 minutes of golden goal overtime after 2 overtime halves. What a game, folks. Thank you again so much for joining us here on the CWPA Network.